This Penn State versus Ohio State game was really entertaining. I didn't know what to expect. I thought there was a chance that OSU could run away in for a second and look like they just might do so. But Penn State fought back, and I love to see that great defensive play that they showed. So Penn State's defense at the beginning of the game, especially in the first half, had a hard time adjusting to Ohio State's running game, and they really made them pay for it. So the first half, like I said, exemplified this. As they got used to the Ohio State running game as the game went along, they saw that Justin Fields was going to keep a lot more. JK Dobbins was going to come off the edge and try to, expose the penetration they were trying to get up the middle. They started to adjust to this, and you saw them start to slow it down. Now, you may say, well, J.K. Dobbins still had, 157 yards, but he did that on 36 rushing attempts. And so what you see out of that is that Dobbins had about 2 or 3 15 to 20-yard gains. But outside of that, he really had to grind like 3 and 4, 5-yard gains to get the rest of his yards. So he had 4.4 yards per carry, which is a solid and respectable day. But it wasn't like, I'm just gashing you up and down the field. Like I said, his longest run was 22 yards. It really showed off just how talented he is with a lot of the runs that he was able to pull off. So as the Penn State defense slowed down the Ohio State running game, they gave their offense plenty of opportunities to take the lead versus Ohio State and put the pressure on them. And their offense just didn't answer the bill. So Clifford wasn't having a great game in general, Sean Clifford, the Penn State quarterback. So when he got hurt, the general outlook did not look promising. So Will Levis came in. His production brought life to the offense due to it changing the mode of attack. So Levis was the running threat, and Penn State turned into a read option run offense, basically. And it was hard work, but their runs grinded down Ohio State's defense and kind of their team overall, and they started to make a comeback and get into Ohio State's head. The problem was that they couldn't convert that to enough offense. The real issue is that Will Levis's passing acumen is not that good. I saw some people on Twitter were like, oh, Will Levis is the greatest. He's amazing. We're glad he's in. We should make him the starting quarterback. This game shows you why he's not the starting quarterback. If he could only lead his receivers and throw the ball with anticipation on his throws, Penn State could have scored more points and maintained some drives that would have put pressure on Ohio State. But because he was unable to do that, and the receivers dropped some balls at times, their offense continued to struggle a little bit, even though they produced just a little bit more. And that really was kind of one of the determining factors in how this game ended, because if they had taken advantage of the great defensive play that their team brought to the forefront in the second half, Penn State honestly could have gotten a win out of this game, which is crazy to think about at the beginning because Ohio State really squandered a chance to put the game away in the first half. So this game just had a lot of layers to it. I also like the chess match I saw of Justin Fields in the defense. So there were times where Penn State would show a look, Justin Fields would adjust, and then Penn State's defense would adjust again. And they kind of did that a lot over the last quarter. You really saw where Justin Fields like, oh, they're about to penetrate through the middle. I'm going to change this to a sweep run to the right. Or Penn State's like, hey, we're going to show you the middle of the field, and if you try to run, we're actually going to rotate a safety down and then tackle you as if we had a linebacker there at the beginning. It was really cool to see that. Also, one thing I got to mention is that Justin Fields had trouble hitting an open Olave, the wide receiver number 17, downfield. His throws in general look better in the short to intermediate range, and he really shows off the talent that he has in that way. But he really missed some opportunities. There's at least 3 throws to down the field to Olave that I was like, ooh, if you had those, this game could have been put away. But he would consistently underthrow them and place them in some really odd spots. So that's something to look out for. And the reason why I said is that I'm interested to see if he performs that same way versus other good defenses. Because in the playoffs, most likely he's going to run into some defenses that know how to force him to have to make those throws down that field. And if he's unable to do that, how do they hold up? That's what I'm interested in seeing moving forward. Let me know what you thought about this game. I really enjoyed it, and hopefully I can bring you some more content. Leave your comments below. I'll see you next time.